Hi, I'm Michael Ralph. Today we're going to talk about algae cultures. You're going to need everything you see right here, most notably fertilizer. The best way to start an algae culture would be to go and obtain an actual sample of an active living pond. You want to get a representative sample of the pond, get as much of it as you can, and then put it under direct grow light, and that's all there is to it. If you've gotten enough of the constituents of the community, they should be self-sufficient, assuming they have access to direct sunlight. As you can see, this pond sample has been running since 2011. This is by far the best way to get a healthy pond sample set up. And of course, an important member of any pond ecosystem is the algae. And if you can see here, I have both filamentous and microalgae present in this pond culture. If you don't have access to a pond, you can also set up your own artificial culture. You're going to want to start with some plastic, preferably clear container. Remember to label it, especially you will probably be interested in the start date of this culture. Remember to include the year and then what it is. And we're going to be targeting microalgae. Once you've got it labeled, you're going to want to fill it most of the way up with water. I'm using deionized water here. I'm avoiding tap water because there is the potential for there still to be antimicrobial constituents of that tap water left over from water treatment. So distilled or deionized water is a better choice to make sure that you have active growing algae going in the future. From here, we're going to need to add some nitrogen and phosphorus. This fertilizer is an important constituent to make sure that we can support an algae culture over the long term. You don't need very much, just a pinch of that fertilizer into our water. You'll want to do this a couple times a year as your algae grow because they will consume that nitrogen over time, so you're going to want to make sure that they have access to all of those nutrients that plants need as they continue to grow. You can mix it if you like, but it's not particularly important. And from here, it just needs to go under another grow light. Direct light, the more intense the better, and just let it sit. Over the course of the next couple weeks, it should become fertile ground for all the airborne spores that are present in our normal environment. They'll find this nitrogen-rich water source and they'll begin to populate. And over the course of a couple of weeks, you should see a new microalgae culture up and running. Just like anybody who's tried to maintain a fish tank knows that over time they become scummy and dirty, we are looking for that algae that makes most fish tanks dirty. And that should be present no matter where you are in the country. Good luck.